What's up guys, Jason here at the Players Club in Burbank, California. Hope you're doing great out there. Today we're going to talk about what is a dominant chord, or what is a seventh chord. I'm going to try and break it down in a very easy way for you to understand. If you're a new viewer, welcome to the channel. Go ahead and please click subscribe. Always looking for new members. So, what is a seventh chord? Well, it is a major chord with a flat 7. Okay, at its core, that's what it is, a major chord with a flat 7. Now, if we go a little bit deeper, we need to first understand what is a major chord. So a major chord has 3 notes in there. It has a root, it has a major third, and it has what we call a perfect fifth or a fifth. So let's unpack that. If we take a look at the chord C, you have C, which is your root, then you have E, which is your third, so it's 1, 2, 3 from the root. Then we have G, which is your fifth. Think of it like a power chord, right? 5 to 1 has a strong relation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes up our triad, or what's called major triad. C major. Now, those elements need to be involved for us to have a dominant chord or a seventh chord. So the only difference between a dominant chord and a major chord is the dominant chord, or seventh chord, whatever you want to call it, has a flat 7 tone in there. So each scale has 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And a normal major scale, the 7th note is a half step from the octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In a dominant chord, we're including the flat 7. So instead of playing B, we would play B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. So we're including that B flat in the chord. So if you go and play your C major again, when you put your pinky finger down on the 3rd fret of the G string, we now have C7. C chord, C major, 7, letting us know it's a dominant. Dominant means it has the flat 7 of the scale in the chord. So there are now 4 notes in the chord. The C, the E, which is the 3rd, the G, which is the 5th, and then the flat 7. Now, here's where it gets a little crazy. Sometimes you don't have to play all of those notes. For example, in this riff in this chord right here, this grip, there's no G. The pinky finger playing the B flat is on the G string, where in the C major chord, we were hitting the open G. So, that tells us that in some voicing, some shapes of a dominant chord, you don't have to play the 5th. So you need at least the root, the 3rd, and then the flat 7. And then the 5th is what's called implied. Like, we understand that it's there. Don't worry about that so much. Just know that you have to have a root, a major 3rd, and a flat 7, and it makes up the dominant chord. But really, a dominant shape is a major chord, root, 3rd, 5th, with a flattened 7. So, hopefully that helps a little bit. I know it can be a little nuts, but whenever you're thinking of chord extensions or all this crazy music theory stuff, you always want to try and simplify it to its easiest form, so that you can get a better handle on its understanding. So, major chord with a flattened 7th. That's what a dominant chord is. You don't always have to put the 5th in the chord, right? Sometimes you can go without it, as long as that root, that major 3rd, and that flattened 7th's there. And you can kind of interchange. Sometimes you can have the 5th instead of the root. Blah, 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 blah. Major chord with a flat 7. That's what a dominant chord is. So here's your challenge. Here's your homework. Map out the key of D. All right, map out the key of D. All the notes in the key of D. Flatten the 7th tone and play a D7. Okay? Leave a note in the comments on what are the notes in a D7. And if you want to get super cool with it, send me a picture of you playing a D7th shape. All you got to do is just message us on the link in the description box, guitarninjas.com. Just send me an email with a picture of a D7. You might be today's winner of a high five. All right. Hey, good luck out there. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.